Blogtalk Radio.
Okay. Got the password for one night. Again. Guess we're going to do a wrap-up show. I'm going to wait till everybody gets in here. I haven't seen Energy, who's probably doing the live feed. Kosov, who left. Ashley. Jesco Baby. Until everybody gets in here for the wrap-up show, I'll give some people some time to jump in. I'm going to play some music.
Oh, it's me, Uncle Tony. Welcome to another episode. I'm just hitting the charge. I'm sorry, I'm just thinking of my sister right now. Having sex. I love incestuous stuff, any type of incest. And I raped my sister, yo, son of a bitch. Oh, yeah. I love trannies. Nom, 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 nom. Nom, 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 nom.
I love that. That's going to be like a #1 hit amongst a lot of clubs and bars and all that other stuff. All right, so we've got... This is the TonyTalk wrap-up show. I'm to be joined by... Why the fuck do I only have 5 callers? All right. I'm going to be joined by Donnie Baby. So... Get Donnie Baby in here. Donnie Baby.
Shalom, brother. How you doing?
I'm exhausted. I listened to the show from my car and couldn't do much. But let's see. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, man. He called me after the show. He screamed at me for I don't know, maybe 25 seconds because he blames me because I keep talking him into doing the show when he quits. He's like, I don't, you obviously don't care about me. You keep talking me into this and I'm getting harassed and I fucking quit. And he hung up on me, man. And he did call back and apologize, but he's kind of right, man. The more I think about it, the more Tony takes so much abuse from that show, and I feel like I'm partly responsible because I've talked him off that ledge, and I know you have too. Mm-hmm. But you got to, people sometimes that listen to this show, they have to put themselves in his position, right? He gets emailed nonstop. I mean, he has to get 500 emails a day.
He sent me a screenshot. He I didn't answer the email, but he sent me a screenshot. Sorry, the text. He sent me a screenshot earlier. One of the people that listened to the show sent him fucking how many emails, and he sent me a screenshot, and he's like, "This is getting ridiculous now," and I just kind of ignored it because I was like, "Whatever, it's
Yeah, he's over dramatic sometimes.
Yeah, he is over dramatic, but there was a lot of fucking spam. And I saw I saw who was sending it, and I'm just a little overexcited there, buddy. An internet friend is saying that he thinks he's a part of an issue. I don't think you're part of an issue at all. I think in my opinion at least, there's you guys are spamming him in the chat room and stuff like that from what he said. But that's one thing to spam, but I mean, holy shit, there's some guys that they'll fucking type something 30, 40 times to get their shit across.
I agree. And the thing is, J-Bo, when I'm in the Salami Brigade, and it's kind of crazy because I try to tell these people to try to put themselves in Tony's shoes because he gets these emails, But not only that, when he's actually doing the show, it's legitimately nonstop harassment from like 3 different chat rooms that he looks at. And he's taking calls, he's getting, really bad callers, and he does this show over and over and over and over. And I would just ask the people that mess with him constantly, could you do that and still be entertaining and not lose your fucking mind? I don't think so. Because at some point, enough is enough, man. The guy, you know this, he loves that show. But he's, like, at this point, he's fucking miserable doing it. I feel bad. I'm just saying, I feel bad for him, and I actually feel kind of responsible. Because I'm the one that's constantly like, hey, you need to go back, your fans need you, and then he comes back, and then they go twice as hard. He gets twice as many spam emails. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. He asked me what he should do, and I don't know what to tell him anymore. You know what I mean?
So, like, I'm not gonna bullshit anybody. I saw a lot of, like, what people sent him as far as the emails go, and, like, he showed them to me. I said, just show me the ones that you're getting that you don't like. So he pretty much sent me everything he got today. Some of them were really funny. Like, I guess he was flipping out about, like, the pictures of him and Sal, supposedly, which were really funny. Like, that's funny. But then, like,
right.
I was seeing ones sent, this one, so-and-so, Homer's mad at you. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, Homer and Uso and whatever, and I'm not going to call anybody out on it. But it was just like, why the fuck are you, 4 or 5, like, emails, like, right down the fucking pipe. And I'm like, number one, like, he doesn't know who I don't get it. And then it's like, what I don't like is when trolls go into storylines for them fucking selves. That annoys the shit out of me. When there is a storyline, guys, here's some troll etiquette. Back when Clay Douglas was doing his show, if I was sitting on the line, and I've had storylines in my head, if I had storylines in my head where I was going to call in and talk about how I saw him riding a tricycle with ribbons and a little fucking bell on the side, instead of a Harley, which he claimed that he drove. If someone, let's say, like, Michael Fratto, who is one of the greatest trolls of all time. If Michael Fratto had a call before me, and I've done this, it's fucking recorded. I don't know when I did it, but I called in. I was going to call in and tell him I saw him riding a tricycle. I was going to say I saw you riding a tricycle. Michael Fratto had a call before me, and Michael Fratto was getting yelled at by Clay, and he started crying on the phone. Michael Fratto was crying, that cry that he did, and it was fucking hilarious. Now, there it is. There's the peak of Clay's yelling at him. You ignorant motherfucker, hangs up on Michael Fratto. Then I come on the line. So building up on that huge reaction that he just had, I turned around and I dumped my storyline out of him riding a fucking tricycle. Because how dumb would it have been if he was like, Michael Fratto, oh, you go fuck yourself, motherfucker. Then he picks me up. I'm like, oh, I saw you on a tricycle. Oh, fuck you. It kills momentum. I literally said to him, I said a few words. I go, Clay, I was going to talk to you, but I want to tell you that you're being really rude. And you're being a bully, and I think you're better than that. And he lost his shit. So it built up momentum from the Michael Fratto call into my call that was related to Michael Fratto, and we kept on going. And then once you feel the momentum die, or if he starts talking about something else, then you go into something. You don't go from fucking, I don't know. Let's see how many calls there were. There were calls about the email. He was yelling about the email. Next thing you know, someone calls in with a fucking accent. And I was it had nothing to do with anything. Had nothing to do with anything. Then you had nice calls from Mike Hunt, who gets in there and he's like, I'm selling your merchandise. Then you get Cobra Jeff, who's like literally like teeing off on him about Sal and merchandise and everything. And it's funny because there's all these storylines that are going around, and Tony's like fucking going ballistic on it. And then it's like
the momentum gets killed definitely by the call. My issue is more with the people in the chat room, honestly. Tony, and maybe the fix it to all this is he just shouldn't even look in the chat room, because I think it just makes him so crazy when he reads stuff and then he says don't say something, and then they say it 9 million times, and then he's like, if you do it one more time, I'm going to end the show, and then they do it. And then when he ends the show, everybody's upset with him, and it's like,
Yeah, well, stick with something that's funny. Simp is obviously not funny. I really highly doubt everyone's going to go, ha-ha, simp, ha-ha, simp. No, but if fucking Alfonso calls in and it's nom, 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 that's funny. And everybody hits nom, 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 and they all fill up the fucking chats with hashtag nom, 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 and then it's like, then it dies down. Like, that's fine. That's perfect. You guys have been in sync with that for a while. But, like, all of a sudden it's simp, simp, simp. Well, what is it? Number one, we never even fucking heard of the word. He never heard of it. So he's going to be like, what is that? What is that? Like, it doesn't make any sense. You're just punching the fucking keyboard and hitting enter. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, man, I don't know, brother. Tony he's such a sensitive guy. He's a good guy. That's the thing, man. Tony's a good person. He's too sensitive. I try to tell him, you got to just let this stuff just go, but he's very sensitive, and I think, maybe people could be a little bit more creative, instead of just calling him a fat fuck all the time. Like, we get it. He's overweight. Like, he hears that shit all the time. And honestly, I think it does bother him, because he's really, like, for people that don't know, he is really trying hard to lose weight. And when he constantly gets called names and shit, constantly, I don't think that's positive, man. Like, the show, like, the vibe of the show it just feels negative to me all the time. And, like, and I know that's not, it's not what he wants.
No, it's not what anybody wants. Like, this show, that when I got him to do the show, which took a lot of convincing, it started off with, like, just people calling in and aggravating him. Like, and there are a few trolls that do it now. There are a few trolls that do it now. They'll call in, they'll build it up, and boom, they'll hit him with shit. Or, like, they'll inadvertently piss him off. Like, you got Mike, you got, like, Mike Hunt, which is one of my favorite trolls.
Yeah, I got to say, Mike Hunt is one of the more creative guys that have come out of the Salami Brigade. He's hilarious.
Well, Barry, who comes from the Clay days, simple call like, hey, Tony, I'm selling your shit. It's like, and then he'll go fucking mad, you son of a bitch, blah, 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 blah.
Like, that's when things were simple back in the beginning, man. When we called in about masturbation huts and shit, and he'd get all upset. That was hilarious, because there wasn't anything really mean-spirited about it. You know what I mean?
Right. And and Sane Energy just made a point. He said it would be deserved reprimanding if this was a persistent thing like the Cleveland calls. Those fucking things, I'm glad they don't exist anymore. That made no sense. Him getting mad about the simp thing was really dumb. But, like, yeah, the chat was trying to come up with something original, and it didn't pan out. Well, now that you guys have something, work around it. But it's more like troll etiquette, too, though. Like, there's got to be the troll etiquette. Like, so it's like building a fucking house. If Don came in with a storyline that built the foundation, I wouldn't fucking come walking over with a roof in my hand, because there's nothing to put it on.
It's really just about being creative, brother. That's what, like, all this comes down to being creative. Some people are more creative than others. I'm not the most creative guy in the world, so generally my calls are just trying to reassure him, and because he's my friend. I don't really like, I'm not really the kind of person that would call in and be like, Tony, you a fat motherfucker. You know, like, I've said that to him before, but it's not like an every show thing. I try to keep it more positive. I mean, he does have a serious flatulence problem, though, when I'm on the line. But at this point, I kind of understand it because he gets so stressed out. And I think I'm not an IBS expert, but I think he said, or he told me, I think that's one of his triggers. So I try to go easy on him. You know, like I've gone easy on him for a while. And that's fine. Like, not every caller that calls has to bust his balls. You know, Ashley calls in. She always, you know, lifts his spirits. And you know, Sven calls in. There's some decent callers, but, you know, for the most part, you know, you get just some good calls, you get some bad calls, but the chat room is what drives him insane, I think. I got to get him out of the chat room.
No, he was pissed off. I know that he was pissed off with the spam from one of the callers. Yeah. He was fucking livid from the email. And I saw, and again, I saw the screenshot. Yeah. But there's no reason to fucking do that.
Yeah, he was definitely upset about it. He asked me why somebody would send him so many emails. Why with the same thing? Like, I think they all had pretty much the same thing written on them.
Yeah, I'll look at it right now. I'm going to pull up the screenshot.
And he just doesn't he doesn't understand, man. Like, the fans and he doesn't understand why people have to send him 9 million emails. I mean, what would be crazy for people to see, the fans of the show to see, is how many emails this guy gets. It's really insane.
Like, even now, he's got, like, a bunch of emails that he did send me. He sent me a screenshot, and everybody and their mother already. There's already 2 emails that he sent me. Simp. It's like, you guys want a fucking, you guys want a show, right? I mean, like, he's not going to, and you're spamming his email.
I try to tell him, J-Bo, like, the more they fuck with him and he quits, then I have to go back and I have to do the same, and it's getting very old. You know,
be like doing this. Be like Mike Buchanan. Be like Mike Buchanan. Mike Buchanan will send them like 6, 7 emails a fucking day, and they'll all be different. They'll all have the same subject about Sal. Even, like, I saw that Ron Christensen sent him an email, and Ron Christensen once in a while, yeah.
No, I was just gonna say, I honestly think you should just limit yourself to 1 email to this guy. Seriously, he gets way too many as it is. Like, when you start sending 6, 7 emails, regardless if they're different or not, from one person, that shit adds up.
No, dude, this one's fucking insane. So there's 1, 2, in one day, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 emails to the same fucking dude in one day. And they're all, I'm just going to say it, it's Bam. Bam fucking destroyed his email. He fucking destroyed his email.
Yeah. Everybody knows.
It says, on behalf of Bam, this is Megumi. On behalf of Bam, this is your fellow fat whatever. On behalf of Bam, this is Hiro Yui. Like, on behalf of Bam, this is Homer. On behalf of Bam, this is Mahalia. Like, it's fucking insane. It's like, whoa, like chill the fuck out. How do you not how do you not know how to troll?
But, I mean, honestly,
yeah.
I just honestly think, and I'm not even trying to be funny. I think some of these people actually are autistic, like legitimately autistic. Like, and I'm not even trying to be funny, man. I'm not trying to make a joke about anything like that. It just seems kind of like there's something wrong with them. Like, there's something. It's not normal behavior. That's all I'm saying.
You know, and even internet friend sent him a message. You know, fucking an internet friend dropped, like, his real name and everything. I'm not going to say anything. You know, and it's like
he gets so many emails, man, and he has a lot of fans. People love him. I would just say to the fans, just try to, you know, maybe go a little easier on him, or try to come up with better ways of trolling other than just like, you fat fuck constantly, or, you know, whatever. I mean, I just, Because, I mean, as somebody that's friends with him, like, he's really going through it right now. You know, like, he really takes his show seriously. You know, he cares about it. And like, with everything going on, you know, with the whole Corona and COVID-19 or whatever, it's something that keeps his mind off of shit. And so, you know, I really don't want him to quit. Like,
and the motherfucker,
he's so entertaining, man. And
if he's going to do a show, he should do it either once a week for about 90 minutes, or he should do like twice a week for an hour each. Like, because you can't spend more. I mean, he's been banging out shows because of the coronavirus and all that, and everyone's quarantined and going crazy. But yeah, but you know what fucks with me the most is the fact that the one that took it to heart the most, one of the trolls, was Internet Friend, who isn't even a fucking pain in the ass. Where is
he's not?
No, he's not. He's funny. And where the fuck is Bam? Like, where is he? There is Bam. You're gonna send him an email telling him that you're not gonna be a dick anymore, like, or you're gonna change your name to some fucking anime thing and break his balls that way.
Yeah, I told him tonight, man. I said, listen, if you're not happy doing this show, man, you shouldn't do it, period. Like, I don't care about any of these trolls. I don't care about all this other shit. None of it matters, man. If you're not happy in your real life and the show's making you miserable on top of everything else, then don't do it. And don't let me talk you into doing it. But if you really love the show and you want to do it, you should do it once a week for an hour and a half or 2 hours. Once a week, and that's it. Don't try to overdo it. You know, you do one show and it goes really well, and then you try to do a show 3 or 4 nights a week. Just stick to the one show. But you know how Tony is, man. He's very stubborn, and he doesn't always listen. So, but I told him I like the idea of one show a week. I think that's a great idea.
No, that's what you should do. I mean, and let's, going back to Clay. I don't know if anyone had the honor of listening to Clay. I mean, it's in his entirety, but like, we were doing a great job with that. And then it took one fucking troll, and I don't know who it was.
Paulie.
Somebody that hacked his show, right? Didn't someone?
Yeah, it was Paulie.
That was Paulie? Paulie hacked his show? Yeah, okay, so there it is. Paulie hacks his fucking show. Now, I know that Tony's had his show hacked before, and there were fart noises and music played, and he'd get mad and whatever. But, like, Clay's last show, if we can ever find it, it's, Clay, do you have a pen? 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 Like, kept on doing it, and then, like, just kept on, like, fucking with it. It's like, at some point it wasn't funny. It was cringeworthy to listen to, and it's like, okay. You know, and that's what I'm trying to avoid for Tony, is having a troll fuck it up and ruin it for everybody. I mean, eventually Clay ended up having a stroke, but, like, I mean, I feel like we would have had a little bit longer with him if we had fucking paced it, and if Paulie didn't jump in there and fuck everything up. I didn't know it was Paulie, that motherfucker. Sorry.
Well, yeah, he got it. He got the code or the info from somebody else. And then he went in there and took it upon himself to do, to play Ram Ranch or whatever. That was his big claim to fame.
Well, Ram Ranch is funny when it's not fucking dragged out constantly. Like, yeah, then...
Yeah.
Someone find that fucking episode so I can play the clip eventually.
The thing about Clay's show that I loved, and it's sad because I never actually got to call in, which sucks for me because I was a huge fan of that show. I thought it was hysterical. But the way Clay did his shows was he played most of the time he played like an hour and a half of clips, or at least an hour of clips. And I mean like real shitty audio clips, like with the phone up to the speaker type clips. And then he would take calls. You know what I mean? So it was kind of, you had to get through like the really shitty audio about like chemtrails to get to the calls. But man, those callers were so good, though, brother. There were very few shitty callers on that show. Like those trolls. Yeah,
you guys need to go back and listen to the original Clay shit. And I'm talking way before Higgins. I'm talking like guys like Robert. Who the fuck remembers Robert?
Robert's the best.
Robert was great, and Robert had a way with voices too, like somebody else I know. Robert.
Yeah. Robert was my favorite.
Robert had Beverly from Waverly, Massachusetts, and then there was like he did great. Robert was fucking amazing, and then and you know what? We go back, and I'm probably gonna kick myself in the ass for this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Just a shout out to oh God, you're gonna kill me. I'll give a shout out to the Dynasty channel for the Clay stuff, because he went through a lot of shit and sat there and edited everything and gave us, like, out of a fucking 3-hour show, if only 20 minutes of content was worth listening to, he would go ahead and do that for us, and that was a big channel at the time.
Listen, man. I'm not gonna say anything negative about what Dynasty did for us, man. He did. I mean, as far as the person behind it, I didn't like, but as far as the channel goes, I mean, what he did was, I mean, beyond words, because it allowed us to enjoy, Clay after he was gone. And if it wasn't for him, we probably wouldn't have had that. So much respect to him for doing that.
Yeah, no, much respect. And the thing is, man, what fucking potential did he have? Holy shit. Like, I mean, he's not dead, by the way, before I go into it. He had a lot of fucking potential. Dynasty. We were talking about Spencer. Like, I mean, a fuck ton of potential. Like, I mean, like, this kid, I'm fucking mad because of the location he's in and the shit that he was just dealt with in life, because brilliant editing, just fucking brilliant. Now I'm mad. No, I'm not mad at him. I'm mad in general. Fuck.
Well, I mean, you just have to, like, when it comes to him, you just kind of have to differentiate between the work that he did and then the person that he is, because the person that he is totally different.
He's not a bad person. He's really fucking not. It's the goddamn, and I'll tell you from where I stand, it's the fucking sauce, man. Like, that's when I become a dick, is when I pick up a bottle, and I don't mean a bottle of, like, jizz, like everyone else is probably going to jump in on. Hashtag Willie Khan.
I'll disagree with you there, just because I dealt with him for so long. He's very manipulative. I don't know if that has to do with sauce or not, but he put me and Willie through so much bullshit, and then also some stuff he did with Higgins that really there's no coming back from that for me. But you know, I mean, that's just my opinion.
Yeah, no, you're right. And just fuck, man, just wasted potential, and it kills me. Remember the time Johnny tried to have sex with him?
Oh, I mean, listen. I mean, we've all got Johnny Gay stories. I mean, time they FaceTimed and
my
Johnny
phone's
put
about
the football helmet on.
My phone. Are you looking at Discord? Because I'm waiting for him to fucking.
The time that Spencer made Johnny put the football helmet on. No, I'm just kidding. Oh man.
But yeah, guys, listen to some Clay shit. Come up with, like, different stuff. Sven has a lot of fucking potential to be a great troll too. Hell, Mad Mark, I think he's out of Discord. He came on for a while, and he played a character at one point, a detective, and it was going over really well until he stopped and whatever. There was just so much potential for that. Just so much.
Oh yeah, somebody mentioned in the chat room that Clay was on Stern, and a little known fact, Kenny was on Stern too.
Yeah.
Somebody from Stern pranked Kenny, and they kept trying to get Kenny to hang up, and he wouldn't hang up, and he was on the phone with them for 45 minutes. True story. Because you know how Kenny is. I
don't know how Kenny is anymore, because Farrar keeps fucking taking his shit and just, like, jumping online. Yeah. He's in the chat room right now.
He's literally not allowed to use the phone. He can't use the phone.
Yeah. No, Farrar's in the chat room right now.
Great.
I won't kick him out. I'm not like Tony. Tony gets mad and kicks everybody out of the chat room.
Well, I mean, Tony was upset because of the whole, like, Ken not taking care of his stepson thing, which I can kind of get. And then he told the story about the kid that he helped raise, which I had no idea about. I was completely thrown off when he started crying, man. I had no idea. I didn't know. Did you know about that? Because I had no idea.
I had no idea. No, none whatsoever.
Tony's a weird guy, man. He doesn't tell. Like, he's very. I don't know. He's really out there, but with stuff that's really personal, he doesn't say a lot about it. Like, I had no idea about it.
I'm gonna share a personal story about Tony that I do know, and he's gonna lose his fucking mind when I say it. Tony,
fantastic.
It's a good story though. So Tony, when Tony was in high school, and my parents have fucking vouched for this because I thought he was full of shit. Tony lied in high school and told everybody that he was a virgin. When he wasn't. His first girlfriend he actually slept with. I think she was in the 9th grade, he was in the 10th. And I think that's kind of legal. And so for 4 years.
Close enough.
so for like 4 years, people knew. They were like, "Oh, you slept with so and so," and he's just like, "No, I didn't." And people were like, and back then, people were fucking assholes, man. They were like calling him, they were, "Oh, you can't sleep with her. What are you, a faggot?" and all this other stuff. And it's like, and he's just like, "Yeah, whatever." Like, he ate it. And the fucking girl eventually was like, I guess years later, she ends up meeting, she met Tony, and she's like, dude, she goes, for years, you just never fucking, and she had kids and a husband by this time, and she's like, you never told anybody that we slept together. She's like, and you went through some shit. And he's just like, yeah, whatever. But yeah, Tony, he's up and up like that. Like, with personal shit, he's pretty good. And I'll tell you what, if I gave him a deep, dark secret, he wouldn't fucking share it with anybody.
It's true. I've told him a lot of shit, man. Like, I've talked to him about a lot of shit, and he's never brought any of it on the show, ever. And some of it's funny, some of it's serious. I've gone through some shit with, like, family members that I confided in Tony about, and he's never mentioned it. And for everything that I could say, there's things about him I don't like or whatever, at the end of the day, what you just said is absolutely 100% true. It's why I'll always be his friend and I'll always have his back. He is 100% a stand-up guy, 110%. If you ever need him, he's there. I've heard stories about him helping people out that needed help around his neighborhood, elderly people. In fact, you told me some of those stories, like where there were elderly neighbors and whatnot that needed help with their groceries, or maybe didn't have any money, and Tony helped them get. People don't know any of the inside shit about the guy. He's a wonderful guy, really is. He's a good person, and that's why, I love the show so much, because it's such a good outlet for him. But it also gets to show what kind of guy he is. But the problem is he gets so mad, it ends up making him look bad. But he really is a genuinely good sweetheart, man, and a good person.
Yeah, he is. He absolutely is.
I know he wants to kill you, though, because you've been breaking his balls. But
yeah, well, I mean, if any troll deserves an ass whooping, it's definitely me. But it's but it's worth it. Come on, and I don't drive him that crazy. I don't drive him that shit crazy.
No, you drive. The call I got the other night about when he tried to go to your house, when he went to your house. Oh my God, dude, he was enraged about that.
Yeah, he was pissed.
Donnie, he hacked my code. He hacked into my show. I'm like, you don't want to do this, man. This is not the right move. He's like, fuck you.
So he called me first, right? So he called me before he calls you, and he starts yelling. He's like, Donnie, that fucking pussy. I'm going to go to his fucking house. And I'm like, who are you talking about? He's like, and then oh, you son of a bitch. Where's Don? I was like, you called me, motherfucker. And then he hung up.
It's so funny because when he gets mad, he just loses all control. He just dialed the wrong number. It's so funny.
Well, he's got the Ron Burgundy effect too. Like, if you write something down in front of him,
oh my God, it's so true.
He'll fucking read it.
Oh my God, it's so true. Tony, if you were listening, brother, I love you. I'm sorry, for all the shit that's going on, and I'm sorry for begging you back 9 million times only to get harassed 9,000,001. Brother, if you don't want to do the show, I understand, but just know that there are a lot of fans out there that do love you, And me and J-Bo are sorry if we caused any, problems. We don't want, we want this shit to keep going on. It's a great show, brother. I know he's listening. That's why I said all that.
Yeah, no, I can guarantee he's listening. And one thing I do want to bring up that's a little bit off subject for TonyTalk, I do want to bring up Farrar.
Oh.
I do want to bring up Farrar.
Is that person still in the chat room?
He is, yeah. He's sitting there. You have a fucking gold mine with Ken, by the way. I just want to, I'm going to put it out there, let's break some walls down a little bit. You have a fucking gold mine. Literally, if I don't know Ken, but I would pay money out of my pocket to hear Ken get on the air or get on a television show or something like that and yell at someone and tell them to go fuck themselves. I would pay to hear it. You are literally sitting on a fucking gold mine. You have no idea. A pissed off Ken is fucking ratings. It's entertainment. It really is. I mean, if you're having a hard time at the house with him breaking shit, fine. But if you get Ken Fishman on the fucking phone or in a Discord chat or anything like that, and you just let him go, you let him go and he gets pissed or whatever, he doesn't have to yell. He can just tell someone to go fuck themselves. He can have an argument or a debate with somebody. That guy is money. You are sitting on a fucking gold mine and you neutralizing him and pretty much cutting the balls off the bull and not giving him the fucking phone or the computer or whatever it is. It's ridiculous. It's dumb. It's a bad fucking move.
I got to agree. Sorry, I'm in the shitter. I got to agree, man.
Donnie, I'm spilling my guts out to you on the air, and you're over there.
No, I wasn't. Hold on, J-Bo. I was taking a piss, brother. DC3 needed to relieve himself, but I would never take a dump on the phone. No, but I totally agree with you, brother. I've been in those rooms where Ken and Kent just go at each other. I would pay for that. Legitimately pay money to hear that shit. It's so funny, man. Kenny is so Kenny might be the most unintentionally funny motherfucker I've ever heard in my life.
He is. He's fucking hilarious. And then there's Farrar. I only hear one side. Ken screaming. Y'all, and then Farrar just said, "Y'all don't give me those chances. You banned me from Discord." I didn't ban you from Discord. I'm not in charge of anything in Discord. But realistically, you don't let him on. You don't let him on. He has banter back and forth. Yeah, he argues with a lot of people. He used to argue with Rico. I remember him outsmarting Rico, and it was the funniest shit in the world. He'd always get one up on Rico all the fucking time.
Some of the best ones were him and Higgins too. God rest his soul. Those were so good. Kenny and Higgins, and then I'm trying to think who else would come in there. Rico was in there. Kent was in there. Those were. There's gold mine in there.
It's Kent
in the Discord.
Internet friend just said it. He said, "I've argued with him before. He screamed at me too. It was funny." Yeah. I don't want him losing. I don't want him getting unhealthy. But if Ken got on the air right now and called me a piece of shit and told me to go fuck myself, I'd be okay with it.
Honestly, really, at this point, I'm all for it. Because honestly, man, we never even talk to Ken anymore.
Well, he's worried about him having a heart attack. Listen to me. We're his scapegoat. That fucker has so much anger built up inside him. When he gets on the air with us, he lets that shit out. And it's fucking therapeutic for him. It really is. It is. It's very fucking therapeutic for him. Not to scream and yell and break shit, but to be like, hey, you know what, motherfucker? Blah, 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 blah. That's what, it's Ken. It's Ken. You're sitting on a gold mine. You are sitting on a fucking gold mine. You have no idea. Just let him off the chain.
Yeah, let him out the crate, brother. Let him out the crate.
You can't Ken's the type of guy you can't put a fucking muzzle on because that dog's got a lot of barking to do.
reminds me of the time Higgins and him had a debate about. I probably shouldn't bring this up, but it's so fucking funny. There's a time that Higgins and Kenny had a 20-minute debate about how young is too young of a horse to fuck. Well, what is considered horse pedophilia? And they were dead serious, and they talked about it for 20 minutes. It was so funny.
Yeah,
oh my God.
It's shit like that, and it's like, realistically, and we've sent Ken gifts. Higgins sent Ken gifts, stuff like that. We actually do appreciate him. And again, breaking the fourth wall. Farrar, if he does have a heart attack, no, we're not going to take care of him. You know what I mean? But, like, I'll tell you what, if Ken was seriously in a bind, that guy is so funny and so fucking entertaining. You've got a whole bunch of people here that'll back him up. I guarantee you, if shit happened to me, which we're trying not to make that happen, if something happened to me, I have everybody in this chat room, Discord, callers, everybody in here that would come to they'd come to my aid.
For as much shit as this community gets, we all come together when things are needed. Like, Ken needed something one time. I think he needed headphones, and I think Cardinal Khan got him headphones. And honestly, one of the best examples of that is when we found out that Higgins had passed. We all came together. That show we did that night, that tribute show, that wasn't a joke. We were all legitimately heartbroken. Like, that guy was a part of our family, like, legitimately. And we still miss him. I was talking to J-Bo earlier about him off air and how much I miss him, man, because he was just such a special guy. And when that happened, and this is just in life in general, when things like that happen, the best way to get through it is with your family. And we have a family, and it's a fucked up family, but we basically love each other and take care of each other. So when that happened, we made it a point to get, everybody that Higgins knew, to make sure they knew what happened and knew that we were going to do a show and a tribute to him. And I mean, for all, like, the bad things that Farrar and other people think about this community, it in the end, we do care about the people that are a part of it. And that's no bullshit.
No, it's no bullshit. Like, that's legit. I mean, Insane Energy, I never met that guy, or a kid, I don't know, I think he's like 19, a day in my fucking life. I'm in charge of Tony getting his donations, and I do send them to him. And Tony and I both had agreed, you know what, fucking throw that kid some cash because he's putting shit up on his YouTube. And we've done it. It's not a lot, but we've done it. And it's cool. And we also took care of Spencer, too. When Spencer was doing all that stuff, we took care of, when he was, editing and doing all that stuff for Clay and all that shit. Every one of the people that are in our crew that we have, which is about 10 people, gave him money and took care of him. And that's what we do. We take care of our own, man. So we didn't send people to your home, Farrar. We didn't send people to your home. You got to understand, this is what we're talking about right now. There are good trolls and there are shitty trolls and whatever. So you get guys that are fucking nuts that will go to your house and call your house and harass you or send shitty emails and all that other stuff.
I've literally never called Ken's. I've literally never called Ken's house or his phone in my life. I had Higgins call there one time to make sure that Kenny was okay because we hadn't heard from him in like 4 days. That is the only time. And I got a rash of shit from Farrar for that, by the way. Yeah. Just because I wanted to make sure he was all right. That's all it was.
Oh, and by the way, if I were still monitoring Tony's emails, that email that came from his stepson being in a wheelchair or whatever, that would not have made it because there were a lot of emails that were fucked up that Tony would read on the air that I've put a kibosh on. So, yeah. I mean, you don't know who is who, but there are people, trolls out there that aren't fucking lunatics. Yeah, you're going to get calls at all hours. So have I. I put my number up there. I don't blame on everybody. If I get a phone call from some girl, I'm not going to fucking blame Ash for it. If I get a call from an extreme gay guy, I'm not going to blame Alfonso or you, Tony. I'll probably blame Johnny. But, like,
Well, I mean, but the thing is with Farrar, and I get it. I don't stand for, and I don't believe in harassing people's personal phone lines or their personal space. So I agree with Farrar on that. But the thing is, Kenny gives out his phone number like he's handing out, Bibles. You know what I mean? Like he gives his phone number out to anybody, and none of the people that I know of that are in our crew ever call him late at night or would ever send anyone to his house. I would never do that. I wouldn't do it. I know she doesn't, or I keep calling Tony Farrar she. I know he doesn't believe me, but it's the truth. I wouldn't do that because I wouldn't want that done to me.
No, we've had it done to us. We've had our own people turn on us.
Yep. Yeah. I've been doxxed. Yeah. At somebody threatened my job. I've gone through all that shit, so I know how it is.
Yeah.
I know how it is, man, and I wouldn't do that to anybody.
Just try it one night, Farrar. You guys can even try it on this channel. I have Tony's password for now. You guys can even try it on this channel. Why don't you get a shock jock thing? Get like a shock radio thing going. Was that what they call it now? Shock jock or fucking, I don't know what it is. Have Ken answer phone calls and questions. Guarantee you it'll be one of the highest rated shows on Blogtalk.
Yep.
Guarantee you. But
I don't disagree. Yep. No, I don't disagree.
I don't
Kenny,
either.
Even the way Kenny talks is entertaining. Who the fuck says okay 4 times in a sentence? Kenny. Kenny says okay 4 times in a sentence, and it's entertaining.
Yeah.
Have we got any callers tonight, or is it just we just riding solo tonight?
I don't know. I got to.
If you guys want to call in,
we've got Farrar that just said tomorrow night he'll stay out of it. You're gonna make me host a show with Ken? Is that what you're gonna do? If you let me host a show with Ken, and I fucking go out of my way because I have a lot of shit I have to do. If I do that, the 111 is you relaying the show. Okay, I won't bother 111. Insane. If you're gonna let that happen, Farrar, but like if you stay out of it and I have Ken host this show, it'd be fucking great. I'll have Ken be the co-host, just answering questions. That's it. Who wants that to happen? If anybody wants that to happen, I'll fucking do it. I will do it.
I want it to happen, and if Farrar doesn't want me to call, I won't even call. I'll just listen. But I absolutely want to hear him on the radio, dude. I want to hear him nothing against God or Christians or religion, because I believe in God and I am Christian. But Kenny on that show just sounds like a neutered, like a robot, a neutered robot on that God's Rainbow Ministry. He just reads, plays music, and that's about it. It's not his real personality at all.
Does it call into his show? No personal questions. No. Have him call into this show so I'll have control over the phone.
Yeah, it's always got to be under Farrar's way of doing shit.
It's always got to be under your control. Yeah, it's always like that. Like I'm literally giving the guy I'm giving him like free range.
And I promise you, Ken would do it. Ken would do it. He would call your show and he would have no problem with it.
I would literally have Ken on the line and keep him there. Yeah, he said no. Oh well, I'd have Ken on the line and keep him there and have people call in. It'd be my show, not Tony's, but.
Yeah. Well,
he said he can. He said he can call me. Fine, let's do it tomorrow night. Let's do it. Insane Energy, get the live feed going. We'll get it. It'd be a huge thing. Like Rico's dick.
I bet the ratings will be up off the chain.
Yeah, I want to count how many listens we get. That's what I want to do.
Shalom. So we don't have any other callers, brother?
I see a 210. I don't know who it is.
Oh. Maybe it's Grover Washington. Take it, brother.
Maybe. Let's see. 210.
Hey, what's up, Calquin?
Hello, who's this?
Oh, is that Kenny?
Yeah, it's me, Kenny.
Holy shit, it's the real one. Fuck, you only have 9 minutes left. All right, listen, Ken, what are we gonna do? Are we gonna do a show tomorrow night?
Yeah, we'll do a show tomorrow night. Okay, I have to do it after my show at 8. Cause I do my show from 8 p.m. Central Standard Time to 9:30 Central Standard Time. Okay, so which is you're on Eastern Time, so you know.
I don't do math. Math is for rich people.
Well, if I start my show at 8 o'clock Central Standard Time, it's 9 o'clock your time.
Oh Jesus! I'm gonna have a late night show.
Yeah, so to be like 11 here, Kenny.
Well, it would be 10:30. Okay, when my show ends. But I could probably end my show a little early. You know, it doesn't matter, like I did tonight.
And then we could do it at 10:30. Oh, J-Bo, you got to do it, brother. You got to do it. It's Kenny.
Yeah, I'm down. I'll do it. I'll fucking put anything aside. We'll get it done.
Kenny, I'm so excited. I haven't heard from you, brother.
Yeah, if Tony,
how you been?
If Tony's not going to be on, man, we'll get Ken on because I want to hear what Ken has to say. And we have everybody calling in.
Yeah, man. Just let Ken come on and be. Because Kenny, you have to admit your personality doesn't really come out on the show, brother. On your show because it's a godly show, but on this show it'll come out. I guarantee it.
Well, yeah, probably. Yeah, I mean, I don't like to take shit from people. So I mean, if people give me shit, I'll give it back.
Oh,
I hope so.
I got a quarter-length wood right now, brother. I'm pretty excited. I haven't heard you talk like this in a while.
Yeah, just don't lose your shit where it causes your health to be all fucked up, though. Like, don't do that. Just like, I just literally just go right off the chain. That's it.
Yeah, okay.
Kenny, thank you for calling, brother.
Well, no problem. I saw the show, okay, and I tried to get into the chat room, but for some reason or other, it just wouldn't let me get in. It just kept flashing, logging in. Okay, so. Okay, I said, I heard all the compliments you guys were giving me, so I figured I'd call in the show and say thanks.
Oh, well, you're welcome, brother. I mean, J-Bo really wanted to incorporate you into, the show because we all know how talented you are, man. I said it, and I stick by it. You're one of the most unintentionally funny people I've ever talked to in my life. It's true, brother.
I personally like it when you tell people to go fuck themselves, but that's me though.
One of my favorite Kenny lines was one of my favorite Kenny lines was when Kent was giving him shit and he would not stop. And Kenny was getting fed up, and Kent goes, "Kenny, what about Psalm 37?" And Ken was like, "Fuck Psalm 37."
Look, do you remember when Kent came into the chat room and he hits him with that long ass hello, and then in the middle of it, Ken's just like, "Fuck you."
I love it. The Ken and Kent stuff was so great, dude. Oh my god, it's the best.
Yeah, right. We did have some good times with that, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Welcome back. Get your ass on the damn show and start. I would honestly just love hearing him tell people to go fuck themselves. Or when he would outsmart Rico, Rico would bail out of the chat room and come back in as like Kevin or something.
No, this is Kevin. Yeah, right, Rico. Okay. Yeah.
Remember, you said
and this is back. I remember back when in the day I would tell him to come out of the closet.
Oh yeah. I'm not gay. Yeah. I'm not gay.
Yeah, he's not gay, but he's constantly talking about dicks, and then he comes back in and he's just like, I'm never coming back again.
Oh, I'm never coming back. Okay, then you come back as somebody else. Yeah.
Yeah. So Kenny, are you permanently done with Discord now, man? Because I haven't seen you in there forever.
I'm not done. I was getting ready to get into Discord again tonight.
Oh, because you haven't been in there in a while, man. Are you doing okay? Is your health okay?
Yeah, I just been taking it easy. Staying on my medicine, getting it regulated, and stuff like that.
Amen, brother.
Yeah. So I just been been chilling.
Well, I'm glad you're doing all right, man. There's a lot of craziness going on in the world right now, so I'm glad you're doing okay, brother.
By the way, did you know that Beanie has the coronavirus?
No.
Uh,
I think I heard. Wait, he has it now. I heard he had it before or something like that.
Yeah, he had it before. Yeah. He doesn't have it now. I mean, he's went through it.
Yeah, I actually had a friend of mine lives in New York City. He had it. He just got released yesterday. They tested him twice, and he tested negative. So, yeah, I had my friend go through that too. So,
yeah, I mean that's the first person I actually know that gotten the coronavirus. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, hey guys, listen.
Oh, and by the way, one other thing real quick is, Ken, I wanted to thank you for praying for Brother Johnny Longfeather. He is now doing much better. He is in much better health than he was the last time that I spoke to you, so I want to thank you for the prayers, brother.
No problem. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to pray for people, okay, make sure they get better, they get well, or okay, whatever.
Amen.
Well, I guess I'll see you tomorrow. I'll get you on the air tomorrow night, Ken.
Yeah, sounds great.
All right, so we got a show tomorrow night. Now I'm going to end this show, but before I end this show, thank you DC2, thank you Ken for calling in.
Amen. No problem.
We have missed you, and I'm going to end up. I guess I'm just going to close the show down now. So that was a pretty decent wrap-up show. So.
All right, brother. All right. Well, thank you for having me on.
God bless everybody.
God bless you, Ken.
God bless, Ken. Thank you. All right, we got a show tomorrow night, DC. Let's get it going.
It's going to be fun, brother.
All right. Cool. Let's work out logistics later. And,
all right, man.
All right, man. Thank you. I'll talk to you guys later.
Have a good night, brother.
And with the last 90 seconds, we exit with a very nice song that I started the show off with. Good night, everybody. Everyone that's thanking me for the show, you're very welcome. And I guess tomorrow night, I'll set it up. Ken and I are going to run a show. See you all tomorrow. Good night.
Oh, it's me, Uncle Tony. Welcome to another episode. I'm just hitting charge. Oh. I'm sorry, I'm just thinking of my sister right now. Having sex. I love incestuous stuff, any type of incest. And I raped my sister, yo son of a bitch. Oh, yeah. Oh. I love trannies. Nom, 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 nom. Nom, 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 nom.